memoir A Long Way Gone by Ishmael Bea. I believe that the condition of the tennis shoes, or the crepes, of Ishmael Bea represent the character's abilities to trust one another. The newer and cleaner the crepes are, the more likely he and the people around him will trust one another. On the contrary, the dirtier they are, or if they are non-existent, the less trust will exist between him. In the beginning of the memoir, while things were still normal for Ishmael Bea, and while he was on his way to Matrujan, his shoes were kept fairly clean and were fairly new. I believe that this represents the normal, where everyone trusts everyone to varying degrees. While Bea and his friends were on their way to Matrujan, the rebels invade Bea's hometown, killing his family and sending him and his friends on the run. Throughout their journey, Bea's sneakers gradually become more and more tattered, as the people they meet become less and less likely to trust Bea and his friends, and vice versa. One great example of this is when Bea and his friends get stopped by a village, believing that they are rebels. Bea pleads with them to believe that he is not one, but to no avail. The villagers then remove his and his friends' shoes and force them to walk miles across hot sand. Ishmael Bea wrote, "We shouted, 'Please, we are harmless, just passing by.' The men yanked our torn crepes off our feet, untied us, and chased us out of their village, waving spears and machetes, and screaming after us." After visiting a series of other villages, Bea and his friends came to a village that was determined to fight the rebels. Bea and his friends were conscripted to be child soldiers and brainwashed to believe that killing every rebel would avenge their families' deaths. While they were taught not to trust any rebel, they trusted one another and relied on one another heavily, which I believe is represented through the anti-rebel group giving Bea and his friends new shoes. Ishmael Bea wrote, "We made a pact that no matter what, we would try and stay together," which I believe was represented and symbolized through the quote, "We met at the training ground, and the new crepes were distributed." After spending several years of his life being a child soldier, Ishmael Bea was finally rescued by the United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund, or UNICEF. He and several other child soldiers were brought to a place where they could be reintroduced into society and be rehabilitated. The soldiers needed to be reacquainted with normal human behavior such as trust. When they first arrived, they were given brand new shoes, which I believe is used to symbolize the reintroduction of trusting all others. I chose to represent my symbol, the crepes, by choosing images that I thought corresponded with the chronology of the story and of my narration of the story. These images represent how the crepes were worn down and replaced, as time went on, and as the people's ability to trust in the novel fluctuated.
I've been sleeping the past few days. I've been dreaming and waking up to the sun, but my sun